Hello, this is a short notes for August 13th about order of operations. When we're simplifying numeric expression, and what that means is just numbers and operations, unless we follow agreed upon rules for the different operations, we get different answers. So we have to do it in a certain order so that everybody gets the same answer. The basic orders is first, you look to the parentheses and any other groupings, symbols, and you simplify all terms inside the group. And then after that, evaluating the exponents, then multiplying, dividing from left to right, and finally adding and subtracting. You need to make sure you do this from left to right. Sometimes you've probably heard PEMDAS at some point when you've in your schooling. So let's take a look at this expression. There's a whole bunch of numbers and a whole lot of operations. And we're going to try to break this down and do it step by step. First, we're going to look inside the parentheses. We'll start in here. There's actually another grouping symbol over here. It's kind of like a secret one. It's this fraction, but we'll start over here in the parentheses. And inside the parentheses, I'm following like mini order of operations. So I don't subtract first. I need to multiply first. So I'm going to multiply that 3 and the 2. And that'll get 6. And then I have everything else from the same problem. I bring everything down. You can see all the same stuff. Okay, I'm still not done inside the parentheses. So still, now I've got 10 minus 6. That'll give me 4. Right here, we're going to next go to the fraction. It's like a secret grouping symbol. In this fraction, so we're going to start up here, we're going to do this 3 squared. At the same time over here, this one's kind of another chunk, its own little problem. We'll just go ahead and do that exponent right there to save ourselves some copying, because this is a lot of copying the same stuff, and they are 2 separate groups. So when I do 3 squared, that's 3 times 3. That's not 3 times 2, right? 3 squared is 9 and 2 squared is 4. So I made those 2 changes. Everything else stayed the same. I still need work on this fraction. So I'm going to do 13 minus 9. And that gives me 4. And again, I copy everything else down and brings it down. So now finally it's starting to look a little bit better. The next step for me is multiplying and dividing. And there are 2 places where there's multiplication. Here there's multiplication and here there's division. And I'll do that from left to right. So 4 times 4 gives me 16. 4 divided by 2 gives me 2. The next step is for me to add or subtract, but I have to do what comes first. So notice here, if I was to add first, I'd get the wrong answer. I need to subtract first. Because really that negative is attached to the 2. So 16 minus 2, I get 14. And then I add 6, and finally I get my answer, which you can't see right here, is 20. So 14 plus 6 is 20, and that's, I am done. And that's this quick little lesson on order of operations.